Hey there, and welcome to This Explainer. If you are a Canadian small business owner, a consultant, or maybe a tradesperson, today we are tackling a really critical question. What exactly do you need to set up first when you're operating through a corporation? We're going to be diving into a core guide from the Built to Thrive system, specifically from their tax and financial discipline domain. Think of this as your foundational guide to getting your corporate financial house in order and finally making your business visible, separate, and, actually manageable. So let's be real for a second and acknowledge a super common reality. You've officially incorporated. You've paid the fees, the legal paperwork is filed away somewhere, and you have that official corporate status. Awesome. But if you look closely at your day-to-day operations, your records are probably still a bit messy, right? Your money movements might be kind of chaotic, and let's face it, a huge portion of your business information still lives entirely inside your head. Listen, you are definitely not alone in this. A lot of owners have the legal structure on paper, but they're still handling things like receipts, bank statements, and pulling money out of the business in a pretty informal way.
Okay, I want to set a really calm premise for our time together today. We are focusing purely on what Built to Thrive calls Layer 1, Get Oriented. So please, take a deep breath. The goal today is absolutely not to build some massive, complicated accounting system. We are simply going to create basic structure. We want to make your corporation visible, separate, and way less reliant on your memory. Because here's the thing, before you can build better routines or confidently prepare for year-end, your corporation first has to become clear and understandable all on its own.
To get us there, our agenda is pretty simple. We're going to move beyond the paperwork, confirm your basic setup, and separate corporate from personal. Then we'll establish one home for records, make everything visible to track, and wrap up with what good enough actually looks like. Step 1, beyond the paperwork. Remember, filing is the starting line, not the finish line. Simply filing your incorporation documents doesn't automatically magically create a clean, functional financial system. A corporation is a totally separate legal person. It can own assets, sign contracts, and even be sued. But because of this separation, it demands a lot more formal record keeping than a sole proprietorship. Incorporating is literally just the beginning of the journey. I really want to emphasize this point. Again, the goal is not to build a full accounting system yet. The goal is simply to create enough structure that the corporation can be understood on its own. That's your only mission right now. We are just building awareness and visibility. Think about it this way. If the Canada Revenue Agency, the CRA, were to look at your business tomorrow, they shouldn't need you sitting right there to explain every single transaction. The structure should speak for itself. All right, moving on to step 2, confirm your basic setup. We are just finding the essentials here. Remember, this is a visibility exercise, not a deep, complex legal review. These are the absolute core items every single incorporated owner should be able to put their hands on immediately. First, you need to know your exact legal corporate name. Second, locate those incorporation documents. Third, you must have your business number and any tax accounts, like your GST/HST account, readily accessible. Fourth, you need to know your fiscal year-end date. Actually, side note, that might not be December 31st for a corporation. You also need a dedicated corporate bank account. And finally, your basic shareholder or director records. If you can track these items down, you've successfully established your baseline. Step 3, separate corporate from personal. It is time to draw the line. This is where untangling your personal life from the corporation's activity becomes absolutely critical. Honestly, this is the single biggest stumbling block for new corporate owners. The crucial distinction here, and you really got to internalize this, is that corporate money is not personal money. Making this separation crystal clear and visible is your most important boundary. From the CRA's perspective, there is no such thing as a neutral transfer from a corporate bank account to your personal bank account. The second that money crosses the line, it triggers tax implications, period. Because of that, every single dollar crossing that boundary needs a proper label. It can't just be a casual, undocumented transfer. You have to classify it. Is it salary, where payroll deductions like CPP and income tax apply? Is it a dividend paid out of after-tax corporate profits? Is it shareholder loan activity? And heads up, that has very strict repayment rules to avoid heavy tax penalties. Or is it just a strict reimbursement for a business expense you happen to pay personally? You absolutely must stop treating the corporate account like a personal ATM. Making the separation visible is non-negotiable. Now for step 4, one home for records. The rule of one. We need a single, highly reliable place for all your corporate documents, so absolutely nothing falls through the cracks.
Let me reassure you again here. Keeping the CRA happy and getting ready for year-end does not require expensive accounting software right out of the gate. Don't overthink it. You literally just need one simple folder structure and one consistent method for naming your files. That's the whole shebang. Consistency is vastly more important than complexity right now. You can actually set this up on your computer or cloud drive today, and it becomes a really simple 20-minute monthly habit. You just need 4 main folders for the year. One for income, one for expenses, one for bank statements, and one for GST/HST filings. Paired with that, you use a straightforward file naming convention. It goes like this: year-month-day_vendor_description_amount. So for example, 2025-02-04_Amazon_office supplies_43.17. Doing this automatically sorts your files by date, makes everything instantly searchable, and immediately proves the business purpose to your accountant or the CRA. It's an absolute game changer for staying organized without losing your mind. Step 5. Make it visible to track. Preparing for the future means identifying exactly what needs to be captured moving forward, so you aren't scrambling in a panic at tax time. You don't need to build elaborate daily tracking routines just yet, but you must make sure these specific items are visible enough to be tracked properly when the time comes. Corporate receipts prove the business purpose. Bank and credit card statements, and I mean the actual full PDFs, not just screenshots from your phone, are the foundation of your records. Major purchase support is crucial for equipment depreciation. GST/HST support keeps your filings accurate and lets you claim input tax credits. And as we just discussed, owner withdrawals must be tracked to maintain that clear legal separation. All right, our final step, step 6, what good enough looks like. This is your immediate target for this vital setup phase. I'm giving you full permission to stop right here once you hit these 5 marks. Number 1, your core setup details are easy to find. Number 2, corporate and personal money are clearly separated. Number 3, you have one single place for your digital records. Number 4, you know exactly what items need to be tracked going forward. And number 5, the big one, the corporation is finally less dependent on your memory. If you have achieved these steps, your base is officially stable. Setting up this clear foundation makes everything that comes next dramatically less stressful. Once the basics are separate and visible, the rest of the corporate path, like your monthly review habits, your GST/HST filings, your year-end prep, it all just snaps into place. You're effectively moving from a state of chaos to a state of control. So I want to leave you with this question to chew on. Are you ready to stop relying on your memory and start building a stable base? You don't have to fix your entire business today, but you do need to stop the bleeding of disorganized information. To make this incredibly easy for you, take action right now. Go grab the matching tools from Built to Thrive to seamlessly implement everything we've just covered. You can download the corporation setup checklist, the corporate record starter list, and the file naming and record storage guide directly from their site. Put this structure in place today and watch how much smoother your business runs tomorrow. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and here's to building a stronger, clearer business.